Well, this took a bit longer than I had hoped. Once again, I have another speed paint for another installment of Scooper's Dreamscapes. This one ended up being a bit more complex than the last one since it had furniture and multiple light sources, but I think it turned out alright. I feel now is a good time to mention that all the textures that are used in making the environments are from the tutorials made by Ryan King Art. He made an entire playlist dedicated to showing how to make all different kinds of procedural textures. Like, seriously, he even made one for Swiss cheese. So if it wasn't for that playlist, this series wouldn't even be possible, so kudos to him. Anyway, I should also mention that I now have a Twitter account where most of my activity will be. I'll still be using my DeviantArt to post stories, since Twitter isn't exactly a place for writers with its character limit and all. But it's where my sketch doodles and work in progress photos of fursuit projects will go, along with my usual stuff that I already post on DA. I'm currently working on my first ever fursuit there, along with sketching a new character for my next fursuit, developing the two, for the lack of a proper term, EXEs I made, and of course, Scooper's Dreamscapes. So if you've been wondering where I've been outside of YouTube, that's the best place to keep an eye on. For those that are concerned about the state of this YouTube channel, for right now, it'll be home to just speed paints. As much as I would like to make more TF2 videos, it's just not possible right now since I can't even record gameplay without it lagging my game to a near unplayable state. Oh my god.
Well,
My
we're
performance!
off to a bad start.
I am thinking about narrating my own stories and making those into videos, but I'm not quite so sure if it would be interesting enough. I might also try and return to making Gmod animations like I did when I first made this channel, but I would need to finish the script I have in the works and see if anything ever comes of it. Hopefully something will come of it. Shameless plugs aside, I do appreciate the 14 viewers that stuck by me during this identity crisis of a channel. It really means a lot, and hopefully I'll find my place here soon. With that said, I'll see all 14 of you in the next video. In the meantime, enjoy this speed paint. Dreamscapes are often a confusing thing for Scooper, as one might expect. Not only do the dreamscapes themselves often defy any sense of logic and reasoning, but anything within them are equally as illogical. As Scooper had noticed, regardless of how much time had passed in the dreamscapes, it would always be the morning after he fell asleep when he wakes up back in his own world. As well, he doesn't get transported to a dreamscape when he sleeps during the day. In fact, he doesn't dream at all during the daytime. Another thing that bothers him is that while in these dreamscapes, while he could still feel hunger, thirst, and pain, the one thing he never experiences is sleepiness. Another example would be demonstrated in a dreamscape that Scooper nicknamed Little House, which is a bit of a misleading name. The dreamscape is made up of a seemingly infinite amount of mostly empty bedrooms, either connecting to neighboring bedrooms or to small hallways. There would be a few kitchens here and there are some bedrooms that have a small bathroom with it, but for the most part, it was just endless bedrooms that were barely furnished. If Scooper was lucky, he would find a bookshelf in one of these bedrooms that actually have a couple of books in them, though it might not be as much of a reward. The books themselves seem to be children's books, but everything about them is nonsensical. The artwork is abstract and barely distinguishable or recognizable, and the words within the pages spiral and disregard any sense of sentence structure or formatting. Even if he could read the words, the stories are confusing and often hard to follow for Scooper. The only saving grace the books have is that they are at least interesting enough to pass the time if Scooper ever got bored of exploring this little house.